Today on Diet Doctor News, I want to give a tribute to Dr. Sarah Hallberg, who recently passed away. And I have to admit, I was very reluctant to kind of do this video because I know that no matter what I do, it's not going to give Sarah justice. There's no way to sum up all the things she has done in her career, all the things she's meant to the low-carb world and the world of patient advocacy. It's just not possible. But I want to start by maybe just telling a couple stories and summing up as best I can what she's done so we can remember all the amazing things about her and remember her mission and fulfill our role of trying to help with that mission. So I remember the first time I met Sarah, Dr. Ted Ayton introduced us at Low Carb Breckenridge. And I was nervous. I gotta admit, I was really nervous to meet her. I mean, her TED Talk, which now has over 8 million views, I'd seen her TED Talk, I'd seen her give talks on stage, and she's just such a vibrant, energetic, and just larger-than-life individual that I was really nervous to meet her. I remember I was in the lobby of the hotel at Breckenridge by this fire, and I sat down, and within like half a second, I was not nervous anymore because she was so warm and so generous and so inviting, and we just had such a fantastic conversation that right away I could tell what a special person she was. And then I've seen her over the years at a number of the different conferences, and actually the last time I saw her in person was I guess it was February 2020 at the Metabolic Health Summit, right before the U.S. shut down with COVID. We went for a wonderful walk outside in Long Beach before the conference, and again, just chatting. And I had no idea she was sick and had cancer at that point. She was as energetic and vibrant and engaging as always. And COVID robbed us of being able to see her in person, or at least for me, being able to see her in person more. But what's going to stand forever is her drive, her patient advocacy. Another story actually I want to say is she started her career as an exercise physiologist, not as a physician. And according to her, what triggered her to go into medicine? She had a fight, an argument with a cardiologist, and that is what sparked her to go into medicine. And that says a lot, I think, about Sarah's personality, that she's not going to take anything from somebody just because they say it's the way it is, just because they know more, just because they're an authority. She questions things, and she's going to push back, and she's going to make you defend what you believe in, and she's gonna really advocate for her beliefs. And I think that's just such a great story about how she started her career. But her, what she's done for the treatment of type 2 diabetes is revolutionary. What she's done as the principal investigator of the studies at Virta Health, what she's done as an advocate for low carb, both on a patient perspective and from a governmental, societal policy perspective, but most importantly, the advocate for the patients. Everything she does is sort of first and foremost with the patient in mind, advocating for the patient. And for a long time, it's been with type 2 diabetes. And then given her own experience, it became advocating for cancer patients too. And to hear her talk about how she, is a physician with all these connections and can kind of have access to so many different treatments that the average person couldn't get. And so she made that part of her mission to try and break down those barriers for patients. Again, patient advocacy at heart. Like I said, we can't do everything she did justice. The world is going to miss her so much, and the world is a much sadder place without her. And to her family, thank you for sharing her with us, and we are so sorry for your loss. And I think the best thing I can do at this point for me to remember her, I just rewatched the podcast I had with her, and I remember the interview, and I remember speaking with her, and it just shows so much of her personality comes through at that podcast. So we'll connect to the podcast so you can see that as well. But her mission's not forgotten. She will certainly never be forgotten, and it's our job to carry on as patient advocates in whatever realm, whether it's type 2 diabetes, low-carb lifestyles, or cancer therapy, or beyond, to carry on the name of Dr. Sarah Hallberg as patient advocates.